At American State Bank and Trust Company, we want you to make your way, whether that's on the go or at home. We make your life easier with online and mobile banking, bill pay, remote deposit, electronic payments, and more. Free, convenient, secure services, all available to you. Banking should happen on your time, wherever you are and whenever you need it. Go beyond with American State Bank and Trust Company. Stop in or visit asbt.com to enjoy a better digital banking experience. Member FDIC.
WCCU is your local credit union, which means they're a not-for-profit financial institution owned by you. WCCU has been serving Williston for many years and is proud of the difference they have made in the community. They are there when you need them, from home, agriculture, and auto loans to checking and saving accounts. If you sign up for a Casasa checking account with WCCU, you'll get more than just free checking. You choose your checking account and get your choice of rewards like nationwide ATM refunds and a really high interest rate. You can also earn cash back on debit card purchases and earn iTunes, Google Play, and Amazon rewards. So join the herd at WCCU.org.
Technology, quality, and craftsmanship. They're confident they have the best team in the industry. Open up food and serve you. Climb up the Williston community. Expands the language to go to better future for the company. Craftsmen and customers. Pride themselves in having the most promotion teams by directing licensed institutions and operational roles in the industry. Interested in hiring up for visit expanselectronic.com/careers to acquire companies and to let agent.
Legacy, it became slow moment, growing with every step as we journey through life. It lives in the relationships we build along the way and those we love. At First International Bank and Trust, our legacy is you. In every stage of life, we walk with you, making sure you get where you're going and protecting your legacy for generations to come. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first. Member FDIC, housing lender.
Looking for reliable professional services for your business? Look no further, One Core Services. They specialize in optimizing operations, enhancing productivity, and ensuring safety across all facets of your business. Whether you need high-pressure pumps, hydrochloric acid, or bulk chemicals, we've got you covered. One Core Services tailors solutions to meet your unique needs, helping you save time and money. Ready to take your production to the next level? Call us today at 701-774-1105. 14 Services, LLC. Your trusted partner for success in the oil and gas industry.
Red Rock Ford is a proud supporter of Williston State College team athletics and our community. At Red Rock, we encourage you to get behind our athletes, schools, and local community. Let's support our friends and neighbors as we work together to make our city a great place to live and raise our families. And when it comes time for your next vehicle purchase, see us at Red Rock Ford, where a portion of every dollar spent goes right back into the community you know and love. That's Red Rock Ford, your hometown Ford store, proudly supporting team athletics.
Save on Steel Outdoor Power Equipment this fall at Acme Tools. Right now, save $50 on NS250 18-inch gas chainsaw, built for tough tasks and reliable performance. Plus, save up to $50 on a new steel backpack load, a water vent, and leave the waking up to the neighbors. And the expert service technicians at Acme Tools can get your hard-to-start power equipment tuned up and ready for those fall projects. Find your steel this fall at Acme Tools. Online at acmetools.com.
Hey there, sports fans. Mike Witter coming to you from the Well in Williston in a semifinal action for the Region 13 men's basketball tournament. Here will be played at the Well in Williston. The home team will be Williston State College, looking there to punch their ticket into the conference championship game, which will come up on Sunday. They'll be going up against Lake Region State College and the Royals. So, Royals in some throwback blue uniforms, the Tetons in their home white. We'll take a look at the tail of the tape for both teams, starting off with the Royals through their 30 games played. They come into this one 15-16 in the regular season and 7-7 in conference play. Their last matchup came against Bismarck State College. That was in Devil's Lake against the Mystics. And it needed overtime for the Royals to come away with the win. Speaking of overtime, the last time these two teams played, it was an overtime thriller that the Tetons came away with the victory here at home. Overall, throughout the season, the Royals are scoring 89 points per game. They're shooting 43% from the field, 29% from beyond the arc, and 65% from the free throw line. They're averaging 42 rebounds per game, 30 defensive, 12 offensive rebounds. They're allowing their opponents to pull down 47 rebounds. They're just shy of a -5 in the rebound margin. The Royals get 16 assists per game. They turn it over 14 times per game, get 8 steals, 3 blocks, and commit 17 personal fouls per. Looking over at Williston State and the Tetons who come into this one with a 10-4 conference record. Their 2 losses on the season, or 2 of their losses on the season, came via forfeit. One of them to this Lake Region State squad, the other 2 ABSCS, and then their 2 regular season losses that they did lose on the court were against Dawson Community College as well. Dawson Community College and Miles Community College. The Tetons usually they have 3 losses on the season, so came from Dawson and Miles. The Tetons in the record books with a 22-7 overall record on the year. Looking at their statistics, they're scoring 96 points per game, shooting 50% from the field, 33% from beyond the arc, and 70% from the stripe. The Tetons are pulling down 42 rebounds per game, 29 defensive, 13 offensive rebounds. They're allowing their opponents just 32 rebounds per game, so they're a +9 in the rebounding margin. 17 assists per contest. They're turning it over just 13 times per game, generating 11 steals, 3.5 blocks, and committing 14.5 personal fouls per game. Looking at the individual statistics leaders, as we have just a minute left before we start the pregame festivities here in Williston. Leading the way in scoring for the Royals, as they have a couple of double-digit scores, 4 of them to be in fact. Poet Davis scoring 15.7 points per game. Bronson Chambers 14.7. Genuine Trotnos 13.6. And Alvin Payne 11.1. Payne, the last time these two teams met, had a 35-point outing. Now looking over at Williston State, who to see who's leading the way in scoring for the Tetons. And it is Rex Sterling. He's putting in 18.2. Josiah McDonald in at 15.4. And Dimitri Kindle has now eclipsed the 10-point margin, getting 10 on the dot per contest. Final few seconds here before we get underway for this one. Currently in action over in Bismarck. The Teton women are taking on Bismarck State, looking to see if they can punch their ticket to the region finals. However, they find themselves down by 13 with 5:53 left to go in the third quarter. It's a BSC lead, 55-42, and will be the last matchup between the Tetons and Bismarck State in basketball. Both teams now getting ready to go. We'll have the pregame announcements here at the Well in Williston, and then will be national anthem. So we're going to kick it off for a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineup here from the Well in Williston.
Red Rock Ford is a proud supporter of Williston State College Teton Athletics and our community. At Red Rock, we encourage you to get behind our athletes, schools, and local community. Let's support our friends and neighbors as we work together to make our city a great place to live and raise our families. And when it comes time for your next vehicle purchase, see us at Red Rock Ford, where a portion of every dollar spent goes right back into the community you know and love. That's Red Rock Ford, your hometown Ford store, proudly supporting Teton Athletics.
You work hard. You deserve a space that's truly yours. Whether it's upgrading your current home or stepping into something brand new, American State Bank and Trust Company is here to make your dreams a reality.
This is Megan Winker, Assistant Vice President and Real Estate Loan Manager at American State Bank and Trust Company. Our lending team is committed to offering tailored loan options and expert guidance because you deserve nothing but the best. Visit with Heather Ryder or me and go beyond towards the home of your dreams.
Stop in or visit asbt.com today. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
WCCU is your local credit union, which means they're a not-for-profit financial institution owned by you. WCCU has been serving Williston for many years and is proud of the difference they have made in the community. They are there when you need them, from home, agriculture, and auto loans to checking and saving accounts. If you sign up for a Casasa checking account with WCCU, you'll get more than just free checking. You choose your checking account and get your choice of rewards like nationwide ATM refunds and a really high interest rate. You can also earn cash back on debit card purchases and iTunes, Google Play, and Amazon rewards. So join the herd at WCCU.org.
Welcome back to the Well in Williston. It is time now for the starting lineup for both squads. They'll start out first with the visiting team. On the scoreboard in the Lake Region State Royals, the Royals will be in Grove Navy Blues, white lettering and white trim. They'll come out of the tunnel first. Starting off for the Royals is a 5'11" freshman guard from Minneapolis, Minnesota, number 1, Owen Davis. Following Davis up in the starting lineups will be a 6-foot freshman guard from Blaine, Minnesota, number 4, Alvin Payne. Out third for the Royals is going to be number 11, a 6'5" sophomore guard from Ontario, Canada, Bronson Chambers. Out third is a 6'6" freshman forward from Alberta, Canada, number 33, Cook Majou. And rounding out the starting lineups is a 6'10" sophomore forward from Montreal, Canada, number 34, Genuine Tropnos. The Royals are coached by Jim Marshall, Nathan Joseph, and Shannon Green. And now it's time for the starting lineup for the home team on the scoreboard, the Williston State Tetons. Tetons in their home white uniform with black lettering and black trim. Coming out of the starting lineup on the first is a 6'2" sophomore guard from Katy, Texas, number 3, Richard Nelson. Next is a 6-foot freshman guard from San Antonio, Texas, number 4, Josiah McDonald. Coming out third is a 5'8" sophomore guard from Powers Lake, North Dakota, number 5, Tyson Duncan. Out fourth is a 6'4" sophomore guard from Minot, North Dakota, number 8, Johnson. And rounding out the starting lineup for Williston State is the big man Sherman. Now both teams have been introduced. The Royals already out on the board. The Tetons will now take every second that they have left to make sure they start this game off on the right foot here from Williston. As well as we'll keep you updated with that girls basketball or that women's basketball game down in Bismarck as the Tetons are taking on BSC. It is an 18-point lead for Bismarck State, 67-49. With 3:24 left to go in the third quarter, so the Tetons are looking for a spark to come from behind late and now to see if they can punch their ticket to the Region 13 championship game. Teton men also looking to see if they can do just that, and if they were able to come away with the win, they take on the winner of Miles Community College and Dawson Community College, which is set to tip off here in a minute. It is going to be Trouthouse versus Sterling in the center circle. Everyone ready? Here we go. Teton basketball underway. Trouthouse will win the tip. He'll tip it behind him to Payne. Payne pushes it into the front court. Picked up by McDonald. Just about lost it out of bounds, but got it to Davis. Davis picking up a tall screen from Trouthouse. Now over to Chambers in the corner. It'll go to Aju. Underneath for Payne, or underneath for Davis. We'll put it up in the end. Davis gets his first bucket, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Royals. Up on top to Enkett. Now to McDonald's on the near wing. Looking for a curling Johnson. Nothing there. Sterling will get her off to Massey. Back up to Johnson. Three-pointer for Ian. That's going to be in and out. No good. Pulled down by Payne and the Royals. He pushes it up the court into the hands of Chambers. Chambers pushes it back out on top to Davis. Davis drives on Enkett. Kicks it in the corner to Aju for three. That'll be up and over everything. Pulled down by Massey. Push it ahead to Johnson. Johnson looks to penetrate. Gets it to Enkett. Bounce underneath to Sterling, who puts it up. That's no good. Rex gets his own rebound. Flips it up. That's no good. And there'll be a tip out of bounds. Enkett tipped the pass away, intended for Davis. It'll be out of bounds. An inbound play coming for the Royals, who'll get it in. Bring up the court again is going to be Payne. He pushes over. Now it's a drive on Enkett. He's going to lose his footing, and they're going to call it travel. It'll be a turnover now on the Royals. Still in a 2-0 game here. 18:54 left to go in the first half on the American State Bank scoreboard. Enkett now working up on Davis. Davis riding his hip the whole way up the court. Looking for help. Bounce pass over to McDonald on the far wing. High screen coming from Sterling. Pick and roll. McDonald pushed out along the perimeter. He's going to be double teamed, and he's going to be fouled now. And it's going to go against Trouthouse. No, we're going to put it on Payne instead. So Payne picks up his first personal, first team. And Coach Marshall unhappy with the call, but here we go back in. Big screen again from Sterling. Loop pass underneath. Ball on the ground. Rex is going to pick it up. He's going to lose it again. It'll be picked up by Payne, who will push it up the court. The Tetons give the ball back away. That'll be Payne driving. He's going to go, float it up and into for Alvin Payne. And that'll make it a 4-0 lead here, closing on the first 2 minutes elapsed. Enkett driving. He's going to get down low underneath the low block. He gets bumped, and they're going to save. It's out of bounds on Aju. Aju could have stuck his hip out to give Enkett a bump and knocked him out of bounds. That'll give it back to the Royals. Now it'll be Poet Davis again. Has the ball a chance to put the Royals up by a full two or get into three-possession territory here this trip down the court. Payne on the wing, looking to get it up on top, finds Aju, looking for Trouthouse in the low post. He'll turn and square up against Sterling. Rex is going to strip him. McDonald comes away with it. One-on-one foot race with Aju. He's going to go and commit the foul. Aju thought it was a clean block, so did Coach Marshall. Number 1 on Aju, number 2 on the Royals. And that sends McDonald to the stripe with a chance to get the Tetons on the board here with 17:51 left to go in the first half. So McDonald now at the line for his first of two. First one on the way. That is going to be up and good. Jojo gets the Tetons on the board. Makes it now 4-1. Chance to cut the lead down to a bucket. As he looks to knock down his second of two from the stripe. McDonald at the line for 2 of 2. That one is going to be good as well. Jalen Zion now with 2 points in the game makes it a 4-2 lead for the Royals. Here comes Chambers up the court, backing down on Massey. Pushes it up on top to Aju. Looking underneath for Trouthouse. Gets in the body of Sterling. And he's going to be fouled by McDonald. That'll be number 1 on McDonald, number 1 on the Tetons. A slow plodding start here to this regional semifinal game will put Genuine Trubnas at the stripe. First shots of the game from the line for the Royals, who hold on to a 2-point lead, 4-2. Trubnas gets ready to go. Here comes his first on the way. That one will be good. Pushes it back out to a 3-point lead for the Royals. Chance to get it their game-high 4-point lead if he knocks down his second of 2. Trubnas now at the line again. Here comes 2 of 2. That one is off the back of the iron. No good. 1 for 2. Stays a 3-point game. Sterling with the rebound. Gets it off to Inkett. Working up again against Davis. Looking to pick up a Sterling screen. Bounce pass. Rex again through lots of contact. No call. Rex got hammered by Aju underneath. And Chambers now comes back the other way. Gives it to Aju. He goes with a 5-foot floater. No good. And there's going to be a foul again called on the Tetons. And they're going to wait to see who they call it on. It's going to go on Inkett, his first personal, second team. Now with 20 on the shot clock, it will be the Royals inbounding from underneath their own basket. Looking to get open, no one home. They get it to Aju in the baseline. He's going to pull the trigger, no good. Inkett tried to find a seam to get it to McDonald. Now it's set to Massey. Massey tries, reverse layup, no good. Sterling with a long rebound. McDonald up to Inkett. He'll slow things down. Now over to Johnson. Johnson the pump fake. Got into the paint. Goes with a right-handed floater. Up no good. Trubnas with the board. He'll get it off to Payne. Payne will push it back up the court. Kendall set to check in for the Tetons. Payne pushed away. Kicks the ball out to Davis from way downtown. That's off the back of the iron. He'll hit the shot clock out of bounds. They'll go back to Williston State here with 16:50 left to go in the first quarter on the American State Bank scoreboard. Ian Johnson checking out of the game. Coming in is Demetra Kendall. So the Tetons with a very deep bench. We'll have to see how long they go before they crack into it even further. Kendall now coming up. He'll get to the elbow. Back down on the defender. Got one last in transition. High post to Sterling. Sterling looking to take Trubnas. Lots of contact. Sterling up and under. Throws it off the board. No good. Rex is going to have some blood if they're going to call a foul on here. And it seems early on. Now Chambers with the ball. Drives baseline on Massey. Looking to use his off arm to get away from Massey. Nothing there. Up on top to Aju. That's a three-pointer that's going to be off the back of the iron. Inkett again will come down with it. He'll push it up the court now to Kendall. Kendall works his way down into the corner. Back up on top to Massey. Massey going to be reached in on by Trubnas. Now to Inkett. Looking for help. Underneath it'll go to Massey. He'll get in the paint, but he pushed away. Now to McDonald for 3. That's going to be in and out. No good. Kendall got shoved underneath by Payne. He gets it ahead to Davis. Davis from the elbow. That'll be in and out. No good. Massey will pull down the rebound. A header will go to Inkett. 3-on-2 break. Inkett underneath to McDonald. He's going to be hit on the head and gets it a goal. That's number 2 on Aju. And McDonald now with the first 4 points in the game. Williston State has a chance to tie it up as Inkett and Massey now will check out of the game for the Tetons. Coming in is Yambi as well as Makai Marks. Also out is Payne for the Royals. Coming in is Remy Davis-Warrington. First one up and only one up for McDonald is good, and that'll tie it at 5 apiece. 5-5 on the American State Bank scoreboard. Chambers with a drive on Marks. He's going to go, put up the tough shot. That's no good. Kendall pull it down. Loose ball underneath. It'll be saved in the hands of Yambi from going out of bounds. He'll tiptoe along the end line, flip it up to Kendall. Kendall now approaches the wing. He's going to step into a three-pointer. Kendall knocks it down. Ball for the Tetons, who take their first lead up by 3, 8-5 with 15:20 left to go. Back comes Davis, and the Royals are going to drive on McDonald. Throws it up, no good. Good defense. Back flies Kendall, gets it to Marks, underneath to Yambi. Yambi underneath to Kendall, who's going to put it up. That's going to be no good. Trubnas on the block. Going to push it ahead to Davis. Here goes up and under against Sterling, and they're going to call a foul on Sterling. That's going to be number 1 on Rex, number 3 on Williston State. And with 5:03 left to go in the first. Also for the Royals is number 3, Albert Wellington, seeing his first trip into the game. At the line now is Davis for a pair. His first one is going to be short off the front of the iron. No good. He'll have one more coming. Looking to cut it to a 2-point Teton lead. Currently sitting at 8-5. Royals will pull Trotnos back to play rim protector on defense should the Tetons look to get off to the races on a missed second free throw here from Davis. Second one is going to be out, no good. It'll be tipped back to Chambers, and it'll be a fresh shot clock at 20 for the Royals. Chambers now looking to drive on Marks. He's going to lose his handle out of bounds. He's going to go back to the Tetons. Chambers, another Royal who couldn't keep his footing. This time he tried to put Makai Marks in the spin cycle, and it went awry. Now long pass to Marks. He'll slow things down, back to McDonald, over to Yabi. Get a bounce pass to McDonald across the timeline. Under 15 minutes left to go in the first half. McDonald looking to cross over. He'll spin, float up, off the mark, no good. Saved by McDonald. He throws it off of number 5, Warrington. It'll go out of bounds. Saves it with the Tetons. 19 seconds on the shot clock. 14:38 left to go in the first half. Yabi set to trigger from his own baseline. 3 low, 1 high for the Tetons. They get it to McDonald. Push it up to Marks. Looking for Yabi on a curl over to the far wing. There's going to be offensive foul called on Williston State. That'll go on Kindle. Kindle's first, team 4. Williston State now with 2 left to give. Still 14:35 left to go in the half. Warrington bringing it up the court for the Royals. He'll cross the timeline with 14.5 left to go. On top of the perimeter is Trotnop driving on Sterling, and it's going to be no good. Blocked by Marks. Kindle pulls down the board. Dimitric, long pass up to Will Olsen, who's just checked in. Olsen over to Marks. Touch pass underneath to Sterling. Drop step through, finger roll up, and got it to go. Gets his first point to the game. It's a 5-point Teton lead. Chambers crosses over, gets it off to Davis. Davis driving baseline, cut off by Kindle, up on top to Warrington. Here comes Marks. Back to Chambers. He's looking underneath for Trotnos. Now going to drive on Yabi. High angle, up, no good. Kindle again with the board. Looks to push it up to Olsen. Olsen flips it up to Marks, and he'll put it up and for Drew McCall with his first bucket. And it's a 7-point Teton lead. Back comes Davis, has it on the near wing. He's going to drive, be turned away by Yabi. Looking to cross over again, another baseline drive. Flicks it into the corner, Chambers up on top to Wellington. Wellington drives and kicks, stolen by, again, Kindle, who's off to the races. Kindle's going to be stripped. No, he's going to be fouled. It's either going to be on Warrington or Chambers. We'll see who gets the call. And there's going to be a timeout on the floor. Here with 13:26 left, it's going to go on Bronson Chambers. His first personal 14. And we're going to get a timeout here with 13:26 left to go in the first half. It's going to be a 1-minute break. When we come back, we'll have more of the first action here from Williston.
licensed electricians and automation engineers in the industry. Interested in hiring up more cool? Visit expanseelectrical.com/careers to learn about their
Save on Steel Outdoor Power Equipment this fall at Acme Tools. Right now, save $50 on MS250 18-inch gas chainsaw, built for tough tasks and reliable performance. Plus, save up to $50 on a new steel backpack blower or blower bag and leave the raking up to the neighbors. And the expert service technicians at Acme Tools can get your hardest-time power equipment tuned up and ready for those fall projects. Find your steel this fall at Acme Tools or online at acmetools.com.
Mike Ritter at the line. Mike Ritter back here for Teton basketball. Dimitri Kindle at the stripe for a pair. His first one is going to be up and good. 1 of 1 now for Kindle. Tropnus checked out of the game at that last stop. Coming in is Josh Miller for his first trip into the game. Also out is Chambers with a Coach Ajou in as Kindle knocks down his second of 2. Perfect 2 for 2 from the stripe. That'll make it 14-5. Here comes a couple more subs for the Tetons at the next stop. Up on top, here comes a drive by Davis. High angle by Payne. High angle off the board and in. So Alvin Payne now with 4 points, and there's full court press. Kindle will get a step. He'll push it off to Marks on the wing. Back to Kindle. Thought about a three-pointer. Splits some defenders. Kicks it out to Yambi. Yambi's going to take off and drive. Has it poked away from behind. Bullet pass ahead. Goes to Wellington. Wellington puts it up. That's going to be no good. Tipped around. Kindle comes down with it. And back come the Tetons. 5-on-3. Kindle tries a Euro step through. It's going to be tipped away. He'll pick it back up. Now on top to Olsen. Olsen steps back. Three-pointer on the way. Will Olsen with a big three-pointer for the Tetons. He was shot by Will. He gets in the scoring call and puts the Tetons up 10, 17-7. Warrington up on top. They'll get it to Payne. Working on Marks. Spins in the paint. Short hook, no good. He pulled back down by Payne. Going to go for another jump hook, and this time he's going to be drawing a foul. That's going to be number 2 on Rex Sterling. So Rex will pick up his second. At the bench right, waiting to check in was Freedom Leon. But Alvin Payne at the line for a pair. Payne's first one is going to be short off the front of the rim, no good. As Kindle and Sterling go out, with Eden Hobbs as well as Freedom Leon checking in. The Tetons made a change of their forwards. Now here comes the second of 2 from Payne, and that one is going to be up and good. That'll put him up to 5 points and make it a 9-point, 17-8 game. Hobbs gets it at the free throw line. Back to Marks. Yambi up on top to Olsen. Olsen to Yambi, and the bullet pass was a little too hard. Skipped through the fingertips of Yambi, and it'll go out of bounds back to the Royals. Inbound pass again will come to Payne. Shoe on the floor for the Royals, playing with 2 fouls. Here comes a set of high screen now on Yambi. Pick and roll. Davis on Leon, stepping back. Cross court will go. Wellington for 3. That'll be in. Warrington for 3. Warrington with a triple, cut it to a 6-point game now, 17-11. Tetons. And Illa Ford going to a dry stretch on offense. High post to Haas, back out to Marks for 3. Off, no good. Leon has it, tips it up to himself, gets it back down. Tetons looking to reset, and it'll be Marks, throws it into the hands of Ajou. Will pull it back down. The Tetons serve it again. Here comes Warrington, hands it off to Davis, going to drive on Olsen, step through, and there's going to be an and one called. So Alvin Davis, a one-man wrecking crew, he has 7 points, a chance for 8. Miller checks out of the game for the Royals with Matt Money coming in. Payne at the line now for 1. Chance to cut the lead back down to 3. He is 1 and only on the way, and that one is good. Alvin Payne now with 8 points. And the Tetons trying to find some life offensively here. Their lead, which was at 10, now just at 3 on a 7-0 run. Hobbs has it. Looking for options. Swing pass to Olsen. Up on top to Yambi. He'll cross over. Push into the corner for Marks. Wide open look for Mackay. That's off the front of the rim. No good. Letting falls on the ball. And he's going to still lose it. The Tetons are going to tie it up. And are they going to allow the timeout to be called first? I believe they are. And the Royals who keep on to the possession and now have a chance to close it or tie it up here on this next possession. It's going to be a timeout on the court. It'll be a short one. We'll take a short one as well. Back in 30 seconds.
You work hard. You deserve a space that's truly yours. Whether it's upgrading your current home or stepping into something brand new, American State Bank and Trust Company is here to make your dreams a reality.
This is Megan Winker, Assistant Vice President and Real Estate Loan Manager at American State Bank and Trust Company. Our lending team is committed to offering tailored loan options and expert guidance because you deserve nothing but the best. Visit with Heather Ryder or me and go beyond towards the home of your dreams.
Stop in or visit asbt.com today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Michael back here for Teton basketball on Williston State College YouTube page. It is a 3-point lead for the Tetons, 17-14, 11 minutes left to go in the first half. Ajou sets a high screen. Here comes a drive, and it's going to be a block underneath. It'll be Marks who comes away with a 3-on-2 break. Yambi in a through contact, and Yambi's going to be fouled. He's going to go up to the line 4-2. We'll see which one of the Royals it's going to be on. It's going to be on Money, his first personal, team 15 foul. line now. 4-2 is Ben Yambi to try to push the lead out to 2 possessions, and he does that by knocking down the first one. Makes it 18-14. And stops the 7-0 run by the Royals. Looking for one more here, push the lead back out to 5. Yambi at the strike for his second. That one is going to be good as well. Ben now has 2 points in the game, 19-14. Muddigan pushing it back up the court for the Royals. Tetons still in man-to-man defense. Leon fighting over the top of the screen, looking to 9. Ajou will get it over on the perimeter, looking to drive on Freedom. Backing down on the big man, high angle, no good. Olsen with the board. Gets it off to Yambi to slow things down. Yambi now calling for a play for Tetons to check in on the next stop and 2 Royals. Olsen, mid-post, over to Hobbs. He'll step through. He's going to be stripped by Muddigan. He'll get it back underneath, reverse layup, and they're going to say that Hobbs stepped on the end line. It'll be another Teton turnover. So the Tetons make 4 substitutions. The only player they leave back out there is Freedom Leon. They bring back in Josiah McDonald as well as Richard Massey. And also back into the game is going to be Ian Johnson. Also Carson Hare back in there. Pass goes into the corner. Back out will go to Payne. Driving on Massey. Stopped on the low post. Little brief hook layup. That'll drop in there for 2 more. Payne now up to 10 points and cuts the lead down to 3 for the Tetons. Johnson pushing up the court. He'll get it over to McDonald on the near wing. Now to Hare in the corner to Massey. Reverses to Hare. Looking high post for Johnson. Nothing there. Massey for a 3. That's going to be no good. Leon got knocked to the ground in the box-out effort. Back up the court comes Chambers. He'll swing it over to Payne. Payne for 3. That's off the front. No good. Hare will pull the rebound down and slowly work it up the court. Hare gets it back over to McDonald. Johnson on the baseline drive. He goes for a fadeaway. That's up and good. And Johnson with his first point. He's back to 5. Long pass now over to Chambers. He'll catch and shoot. That'll be off. No good. Quick possession. We'll go back down to the Tetons. Here comes Massey, top of the perimeter. He kicks it to Hare. Now to Johnson on the wing. Bounce pass on the baseline to Leon. Back to Johnson. 3-pointer. That's off, no good. Hare will pull down the rebound. Gets it back to Johnson. Swings it out to McDonald. Pump fake up on top to Massey. Drives out to Johnson again. Swings baseline up to McDonald. He's going to push through. McDonald out. It'll go to Hare. Hare with a big pump fake. He'll get it to Johnson. Johnson now with a 3-pointer. That's good. Tic-tac. Don't go to Johnson. Johnson, he scored the last 5 in a row. Chambers on the drive. He's going to lose a handle. Get it back to the low post. Now to Tropnos. He got Leon up in the air. There's going to be a block, and it's going to go back to the Tetons. So it was Tropnos got Leon up in the air, but there was no contact, and Bronson Chambers is coming out of the game. Not sure if he's cramping, but he sat on his backside. He's grabbing his right thigh. Back in the game, Poet Davis as well as Ron Lee. Back up the court comes Carson Hare and the Tetons. Hare across the timeline, out to McDonald on the far wing, picks up a Leon screen, curls around, gets a couple of steps on defenders, all the way home, off the glass, and in. Josiah McDonald now is 7 in the game. Tetons back up by 10. Here comes a pass up on top of the perimeter. Will get to Payne. Payne working his way around. He's going to get it up and one again for Alvin Payne. He has 12. And that foul's going to go on the rebound. It'll be his first personal 7th team. Now with an 8-point game chance for Alvin Payne to chip the lead back down to 7. So Leon out and Sterling back in for the Tetons. Payne at the strike, 4-1. Off the back of the iron, no good. Sterling will pull it down. He'll get it off to Hare. Payne goes over on that trip. Johnson up the court. He'll be met by Muddigan. Handed off to McDonald. He'll spin. Muddigan gets a hold of him. Again through contact. Got to goal! JoJo doing his thing again, putting the Tetons back up by 10 and a chance for 11. And there's going to be a timeout called by the Royals. The Tetons back up double digits. It's going to be a short timeout. We'll take a short one as well. Back in 30 seconds.
WCCU is your local credit union, which means they're a not-for-profit financial institution owned by you. WCCU has been serving Williston for many years and is proud of the difference they have made in the community. They're there when you need them, from home, agriculture, and auto loans to checking and saving accounts. If you sign up for Casasa Checking Account with WCCU, you'll get more than just free checking. You choose your checking account and get your choice of rewards like nationwide ATM refunds and a really high interest rate. You can also earn cash back on debit card purchases and earn iTunes, Google Play, and Amazon rewards. So join the herd at WCCU.org.
Mike, we're back here for Teton basketball. Region 13 semifinal action. The Tetons have a 10-point lead after the and one from Josiah McDonald. Foul was committed by Matt Muddinge, who now has 2 fouls in the game. And now both teams will be shooting the rest of the way. McDonald at the line for 1. Here comes his first and only. That's going to be up and good. Makes an 11-point lead, 29-18. Long pass gets back over to Payne. Payne spins on Hare. Carson doing a good job kicking him off up on top to Muddinge. Picks up a screen, step back, nothing there. Up on top, it'll go to Lee. Lee with the foot fake, pull the trigger from way downtown. That's going to be no good. Johnson skies for it. He goes off to the races. Over to Massey. Up on top, back to Hare. High post to Sterling. Swings it to Johnson for an open look. That's going to be in and out, no good. Sterling gets it down underneath, puts it back up and He's got play on happen and fight to finish it. That is now 4 for Rex. 13-point lead, 31-18. Davis swings it over to Muddinge. Tipped away by Hare. Hare's going to push it up the court, and he's going to take it himself. Puts it up, and it's going to be a foul again on Muddinge. That'll be number 3 on him. That'll send now Carson Hare to the stripe. So an early third foul for Matt Muddinge as he finds himself in foul trouble with 7:13 left to go in the first half on the American State Bank scoreboard. At the stripe now for 2 is Carson Hare. As Hare looks to try to put the Tetons up even further. His first on the way is going to be good. Carson gets his first points of the game. And now it'll be Muddinge checking out. Back in is Warrington. Warrington hit the lone 3-pointer of the game for the Royals earlier in the half. 14-point lead. Chance now for Hare to make it 15 if he can knock down his second of 2. Next one on the way. That one's off the back of the iron. No good. Pulled down by Payne. He'll push it up the court himself for the Royals. Crossing the timeline. 7:10 left to go in the half. Muddinge in the corner. Lee wide open. Look for 3. That one's going to be off. No good. Massey will pull it down. He's going to hold on. He'll kick it up to Johnson. Screams across the timeline. Johnson, little shimmy, entry pass underneath to Sterling. Sterling kicks it into the corner for McDonald. Tight angle 3-pointer, in and out. Sterling with the offensive rebound. He has Trupnos on his back. As he will send Rex Sterling to the line for 1 shot. It's a 34-18 Teton lead. And with that stoppage, we will have our under 8-minute media timeout. So we have a 1-minute break coming up to you here from the well in Williston. Before we head out to our break, in fact, we'll just take a quick 30-second break. Taking a look at the Teton women's game from Bismarck. And that one, with 30 seconds left, it's a 14-point lead for Bismarck State College, 95-81. We're going to take a half-minute timeout. Back for more Teton basketball here from Williston.
Farmers and ranchers, set your goals with American State Bank and Trust Company of Williston. Whether it's equipment, land, or working capital, our experienced ag team offers a flexible, competitive, and personalized approach.
This is Aaron Granley, Ag Loan Manager at American State Bank and Trust Company. We understand the challenges and opportunities unique to this region. Reach out today to set up a visit to our office or out in your field.
ASB's experienced and committed ag team is ready to help you go beyond. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
We're back here for Teton basketball exclusively all season long on the Williston State College YouTube page. Tetons have a 34-18 16-point lead over Lake Region State and the Royals here. 6:46 still left to go in the first half. And it will be shot coming to the line for Rex Sterling. There was a substitution made in that timeout by the Tetons. Carson Hare, who did some good work on both ends of the court, will be replaced by Tyson Inget. As now all 5 starters for the Tetons are back on the floor. Sterling with 6 points, looking for his 7th right here to try to complete an and one play. Here comes the one shot from Rex. That one's off. Johnson with the rebound. He's going to get it underneath. Up on top, it'll go to Massey. Easy three off the board. Offensive rebound for McDonald. He's going to drive behind his back. He'll go to Sterling. 18-point lead. Long pass goes out to Payne. He'll work it back up the court. 6.5 to go in the first. Sterling and Trobnoss hand fighting down underneath. Payne looking for Trobnoss. Nothing there. He'll go back up on top to Davis. Crossing over on Ingram. Swings it over to Lee. Lee curling around the top of the perimeter. He's going to be cut off. Back out to Davis. Now on McDonald. Up on top, it'll go to Payne. He'll set. Crossover. McDonald got him in a phone booth. Now it's going to be a loose ball. It'll be picked up by Lee on the baseline. Lee trying to pass it underneath. It'll be tipped away by Ingot. Sterling now to Ingot. Over to McDonald, who's going to go short off the front of the rim. No good. Tetons tried for a backbreaker. And another gamble defense by McDonald. Here comes Warrington up the court. Gets it over into the perimeter. That'll be up and no good. Loose ball. The Tetons will come away with it. Picking it up is going to be Massey. He'll get it to Johnson along the perimeter. Now going to go a no-look pass intended for Sterling. And Sterling held up in the paint. The Tetons got a little bit too fancy down underneath, and now we have a couple of subs coming in. Out of the game is going Warrington. Back in is Chambers. He looks to be doing all right. Also out is going to be Ron Lee with Ajou coming back in. Now the two tall forwards into the game for the Royals. Payne backing down on Ingot, trying to muscle his way through. Ingot standing firm. Now it'll go to Davis for three, and that one will be good. Philip Davis knocks down the second three of the half for the Royals. Makes it a 15-point game, 36-21. Tetons looking to finish this half strong. The final 25% left to go. Johnson to Ingot. He's going to get it down underneath to Sterling. It's going to be tipped away by Ajou. So Rex now with a word for Tyson to say, hey, if he's like that, I want you to give it to me a little bit differently in the post. The Tetons will retain possession with 18 seconds left to go in the shot clock. Ingot set to trigger. Gets underneath to Sterling. Jump hook is going to be up, no good. Ingot tried to post it away, but it's the strong hands of Ajou who came down with it. Chambers now driving. Gets into the body of Massey. That's going to be up, no good. Sterling with the rebound. He'll get it off to McDonald. Now to Ingot again. Tetons looking for points here this possession. Tyson on top of the perimeter. Picks up a Sterling screen. Chambers is about bowled through Sterling. Now to Massey. Little slip screen up on top to Ingot. It's going to take off. Kicks it into the corner. McDonald up on top to Massey. He'll go underneath to Sterling, and the pass will just slip through out of bounds. That's twice in a row now that the Tetons have tried to get it underneath to Rex, but has been unable to connect the dots. A turnover gives it back to the Royals with under 4.5 to go in the first on the American State Bank scoreboard. Long pass goes over to Davis on the far wing. Up on top, Trobnoss. Now to Ajou. Picks up a Trobnoss screen. Nothing developing. Now to Davis. Looking underneath. Davis driving again on Ingot. Pushed out to Payne. Payne on the drive. Back to Davis. Davis again for three wide open. That one's no good. And it'll be left to trickle out of bounds by the Tetons. Three Williston State subs coming into the game. Going out is Massey, Johnson, and Ingot. Coming in is going to be Marks as well as Kindle and Yambi. Yambi up on top of the perimeter, curling around. Gets it now to McDonald. Back up to Massey. Looking to get it off to Kindle. No one home. Mark now pull it down. Back up to Yambi. Yambi open look for three. That's in and out. No good. Double team down low was Sterling. Ajou comes away with the ball. Head of steam. He'll spin in the paint. Puts it up. Jump hook up and in for Cook Ajou. Ajou gets his first bucket of the game. Now a 13-point lead. A 5-0 run by the Royals. Leon set to check in on the next stop. McDonald with a pump fake. Gets it over to Marks. Baseline to Sterling. Now up to McDonald. McDonald going for a three. That one's in. Josiah McDonald with 13 points. And it's back up to a 16-point Teton lead, 39-23. 3:15 left to go in the first half. Chambers gets it on top. He fires from 30. That's going to be off the back. No good. It'll be Kindle who comes away with it. He's stolen away from the defender in Ajou. Kindle off to the near wing. Up to Yambi. Looking to drive. He'll take off. Weeding through the traffic. Out to Marks for a wide three. That's going to be no good. Rex will track it down. Now Rex, he had a wide open look. He decided not to take it, gives it to McDonald, gives it back to Rex. That's no good. Yalby with the board. He's going to look to dribble it out. Bounce pass to McDonald. McDonald will step through. Got Chambers in the air. Left-handed layup for McDonald. He puts it in. Josiah now with 15 points. Tetons up by 18 once again. Their largest lead. It's a full timeout called by the Royals. 2:39 left to go in the first half. 41-23. Tetons on the high side. Back in 1 minute.
And ready for the fall projects. Find your steel this fall at Acme Tools or online at acmetools.com.
Legacy that begins the growing with every step as we journey through life. It lives in relationships we build and those we love. At First International Bank and Trust, at every stage of life, making sure we get where we're going and protect our legacy for generations to come. First International Bank and Trust.
We're back here for Teton basketball exclusively on the Williston State College YouTube page. Tetons up by 18, 41-23. Alvin Payne and the Royals have the ball. Across the timeline with 2:35 left to go in the half. Payne double team, kicks it off to Davis. Davis open for three. And Poet Davis knocks down his second three-pointer of the half. He now has 8. Yalby pushing it back up the court. Tetons up by 15. McDonald crosses over on Ajou. Yalby back to Marks. Up on top to Yalby. Swings it to McDonald, who goes from range. That's off, no good. And Marks going to be blocked down, to be pulled down by Chambers. Chambers pushes it up to the top of the perimeter. Gets it off to Davis on the near wing. Takes the dribble. Now back to Chambers. Chambers looking to drive on McDonald. Gets to the hoop, and there's going to be a foul called on the Tetons. It's going to be either on Yalby or McDonald. Or Leon McDonald. It'll be on McDonald. That's his second personal. 8th team foul. And it will send Chambers to the stripe. Chambers still looking for his first points in this first half. 1:57 left to go. Trying to push the lead back down to 13. Here's his first. Is going to be up and good. So Bronson Chambers now 1 for 1 from the stripe. Looking to go 2 for 2. Chambers at the line for his second of 2. Next one on the way. That one is going to be good as well. Perfect trip to the line for Chambers. Makes it 41-28. Back up the court comes Yalby and the Tetons. Yalby calls for Marks to come up top. They get it underneath to Kindle. He's going to be trapped, and there's going to be a travel called. Turnover gives the ball back to the Royals as Will Olsen pops up off the bench. He'll come in for McDonald. And also out of the game is Bronson Chambers. Checking back in is going to be Isaac Warhurst. Warhurst seeing his first action out of the court. Up on top comes Davis. Picks up a screen from Trobnos. Drives, floats it onto Trobnos, who easily puts it down for the flush. Trobnos now with 3. And it's an 11-point game. Up on top now it'll be a Yalby calling out a play for the Tetons. He'll be off on the far wing. Screen from Leon out to Kindle. He's going to take off on the drive. Swings it back up on top to Yalby. Couple of dribbles. Pass, and Marks was cutting baseline. Yalby threw it up to the wing. And the Tetons with another giveaway here. 1:17 left to go. As they're looking to get a couple of stops and pour it in here before we head to the locker room for halftime. Poet Davis now working up the court. Gets to the top of the perimeter, calls for a screen from Trobnos. Davis drives. He's going to get high angle up and in. 2 more for Davis. He has 10. It's a 9-point game. It has been a 12-3 run now for the Royals. Up on top, Yalby has it. High post to Kindle. Looking to get it back out. He's going to throw it away. Intended for Marks. That'll be another Teton turnover. As they've been having some issues with those here when they've made some switches. Kindle will come out of the game. In is Eden Hobbs. Now the Royals again trailing by just 9, have made their last look of the half to get more points on the board. It'll be a drive by Payne. Trotnas now in the high post. He puts it up and gets it a drop. Genuine Trotnas now with 5. It is a 7-point game, 41-34. So the Royals storming here the last couple of minutes of this one. Tetons led by 18 just a couple of minutes ago. Yambi will pull it back out onto the logo. Pick up a screen now from Hobbs. They switch. Yambi curling around. Olsen in the corner. Marks for a wide open look. Mackay no good. It'll be pulled down by Payne. He's looking to push it down the court. Yambi with good defense. It'll be Payne driving. Puts it up. Gets it to drop. Too low for Alvin Payne. It's a 5-point game. 4 seconds left to go. Yambi draws it over. Pulls up with a tough 3 at the buzzer. Goes to goal. Ben Yambi. Davis spark for the Tetons at the buzzer. They go up 8 at halftime, 44-36. Not the final complete 3 minutes that Coach Herman wanted for his guys, but he'll take the very last shot as Yambi gives the Tetons a little breathing room heading into the locker room with an 8-point, 44-36 lead. We're going to take a break here from the Well in Williston to go get the box score report so we can break down all the stats here at halftime. We'll be back here in 4 minutes.
At American State Bank and Trust Company, we want you to make your way, whether that's on the go or at home. We make your life easier with online and mobile banking, bill pay, money deposit, electronic payments, and more. Free, convenient, secure services all available to you. Banking should happen on your time or with me right wherever you need it. We'll be on with American State Bank and Trust Company. Enter visit ASBT.com to enjoy a better digital banking experience. Member FDIC.
WCCU is your local credit union, which means they're a not-for-profit financial institution owned by you. WCCU has been serving Williston for many years and is proud of the difference they have made in the community. They are there when you need them, from home, agriculture, and auto loans to checking and saving accounts. If you sign up for Casasa checking account with WCCU, you'll get more than just free checking. You choose your checking account and get free trace rewards, nationwide ATM refunds, and a really high interest rate. You can also earn cash back on debit card purchases and own iTunes, Google Play, and Amazon rewards. So join the herd at WCCU.org.
$50 on MS250 18-inch gas chainsaw. Built for tough tasks and reliable performance. Plus, save up to $50 on a new steel backpack blower or blower bag. And the waking up to the years. And the expert service technicians at Acme Tools can get your money start power equipment to and ready for the fall projects. Find your steel this fall at Acme Tools. Online at acmetools.com.
Mike Root back here from the Well in Williston. Just under 10 minutes left before we start half number 2. Taking a look at the scoring breakdown and the complete stats here at halftime. Starting off with Lake Region State and the Royals. Alvin Payne leads the way for the Royals. He has 16 in the game. 10 coming in from Poet Davis. 5 points from Genuine Trotnos. 3 in from Remy Davis Warrington. And 2 points each from Coke, Ajou, and Bronson Chambers. Shooting in the first half for the Royals, they were 14 of 35 from the field for 40%, 3 of 13 from deep for 23%, and 5 of 10 from the stripe for 50%. They pulled down a total of 17 rebounds in that first half, 14 defensive, 3 offensive. 3 offensive rebounds. They're led in rebounding by Chambers, who had 5, 4 defensive, and 1 offensive. The Royals had 5 assists, 3 steals, no blocks, 7 turnovers, and 8 personal fouls committed in the game. Ajou has 2 out of the starting 5, and then Matt Buddy picked up 3 in that first half. Looking over now at the Tetons, they're led in scoring by Josiah McDonald. He has 15 at the break, 8 coming in from Rex Sterling, 5 from Ian Johnson, 5 as well from Carson Hayer and Ben Yambi, 3 points in from Will Olson, 2 points from Lakai Marks, and 1 from Carson Hayer. In shooting, the Tetons were 15 of 39 from the field for 38%, 5 of 20 from beyond the arc for 25%, and they did go 9 of 11 from the line for 81%. The Tetons pulled down 30 rebounds in the first half. They were plus 13 in rebounding, 20 defensive, 10 offensive rebounds, and Sterling leads the way with 8. He has 3 defensive and 5 offensive rebounds. The Tetons at halftime have 5 assists, 4 steals, 1 block, 2 turnovers, and 8 personal fouls committed. Both McDonald and Sterling each have 2, no one else with more than 1. Looking at the advanced stats, points in the paint, Royals 22, Tetons 18, points off turnovers, Royals 19, Tetons 9, second chance points, Tetons 8, Lake Region 1, and points off the bench, Tetons 16, and the Royals 3. There was 1 time, 1 lead change. Last field goal for the Royals came on a driving layup from Alvin Payne with 9 seconds left to go in the half, and then charging down for the Tetons, it was Ben Yambi who pulled up to hit a buzzer-beating 3 to push the lead back out to 8. Largest lead for the Royals was 4 points, and it was 6-2. Largest lead for the Tetons was 18. They hit that a couple of times, and it was a big rush by the Royals here at the end of the first half to chip that lead down. It got as low as 5 points before Yambi hit in that buzzer-beating 3. A little over 6.5 minutes left to go before we get started with half number 2 here from the Well in Williston. We do have a final for the Teton women's game as they were against Bismarck in Bismarck for their regional semifinal matchup, and it was the Bismarck State College Mystics who came away with a 97-85 win against the Tetons. So Tetons unfortunately do not keep going in their season, but it's a fantastic ride to watch them all throughout the year right here on YouTube. We're going to take a quick step away. When we come back, we'll get you ready for the start of the second half here from Williston. We'll be back in a few minutes. left to go before we get underway with the start of half number 2 here from the Well in Williston. Tetons have an 8-point, 44-36 lead. Last time these two teams came up against each other, it was a 129-123 overtime win for Williston State. They're hoping they can get this one done in regulation, and there are 20 minutes separating the Tetons from a berth into the Region 13 championship game, which would happen on Sunday. Unclear as of yet where it will be located, as we are looking at the score updates as Dawson Community College leads Miles Community College 62-42, starting off in the second half as well. So both these leads hold firm. The Tetons will be heading down to Glendive to take on the Bucks. That one should be a fantastic one as well. Still looking for a score update for the second semifinal women's game. It is NDSCS taking on Lake Region State. That one is in Wapaton. So a whole slate of games here as we are in semifinal Wednesday for the Region 13 tournament. As the tournament format has been changed, instead of all the games happening in one location, teams now get home bids with the top seed hosting. There's the final buzzer. Tetons still getting coached up by Coach Herman out on the bench. And it is the starting 5 coming out now for the Royals. They'll have Davis, Payne, Chambers, Ajou, and Trobnas. Williston State also coming out with their normal 5. McDonald, Inget, Johnson, as well as Massey and Sterling. Tetons start with the ball, inbound pass, goes into Tyson Inget. Just about has it stolen away. He keeps it away from Davis, drives, kicks it in the corner. McDonald gets a blow by. He works up to the top of the perimeter, backs down over to Inget. Shimmies through to the elbow, back up on top again to McDonald. He's going to drive, step through again, nothing there. Now he goes for a step through over the top of Trobnas, tipped up, and in it goes. It'll hit the top of the backboard, but did not hit any of the supporting poles, so it'll be a bucket in there. Not sure if that's going to go for Johnson or McDonald or Sterling. Looked like it'll be McDonald on the last touch. Now back up the court underneath. It'll be shot no good, but pulled down. Shot by Payne. He'll be rebounded by the Tetons. Back comes Inget. He gets over to the far wing. Inget now drives, stops underneath, bounces it to Sterling. Sterling's going to be put off, hit by Trobnas. Gets it back underneath, reverse layup again for Sterling. It's going to be up and in. Tetons with a 4-0 start. They're back up by 12. 19 minutes left to go in the game. Ajou gets it off underneath to Payne. Swing pass is going to be to Davis. He had a tiptoe to stay inbounds. Long pass up on top now to Chambers. He looks to pull up in front of Massey's face. Off the back of the iron, no good. McDonald will pull it down. He looks to push it ahead to Johnson. Picked up by AU. On top goes to Inget. Drives, kicks. Massey for 3. Off the mark, no good. Davis with the rebound. And there's going to be a collision. Inget runs into McDonald, but Chambers comes away with the ball. Chambers throws one up, no good. Pulled down by Johnson. Johnson again, weaving through traffic, gets past Ajou, over McDonald. McDonald with a foot fake, has Trobnas right in his face. Pass goes underneath to Sterling. He's going to be stolen away, and one as Davis will pick up the foul. Sterling will get it to drop. 12 points in the game now for Rex, as he has a chance to put the Tetons back up by 15 points if he can knock down the back end of this 3-point play. As the Royals having a quick meeting in the key, as they were looking to get up after it. They made a big charge late in that first half, a couple of big pushes. The Tetons were able to pull away again and have pushed the lead back up, with Sterling a chance for his 13th point of the game, and he gets it, makes it a 15-point lead for Williston State. 51-36, 8:16 left to go in the game. Up comes Alvin Payne and the Royals across the timeline. Double high screen from him. He'll get it underneath to Ajou. Ajou double clutches, puts it up, and the big man snuck along the baseline. It's a 13-point lead for the Tetons. Johnson bings it across the timeline, works his way against Ajou. Loose up behind his back, but he'll regain control. Gets off now to McDonald. McDonald jumps through, goes for the finger roll, up and in it goes. McDonald with 2 more, the circus shot. 15-point Teton lead, off to the races. Payne comes up the court, high post to Ajou, over to Davis for 3. Contested 3 up, no good. Massey with the board. Tetons again off to the races. Screen coming from Sterling. Massey now use it. And he's going to go up high angle, no good. Tipped around. Massey's going to come notably. Chambers, who comes away with the ball, able to steal it back away late from the Teton car. Now Chambers pushes it up, picks up a Tropnos screen. Chambers and Tropnos run into each other. Chambers going to be pushed away from the high post. Now he's stuck with the ball up on top. It'll go to Payne. He'll pick it up. 15 on the shot clock. Payne driving on McDonald. Gets into the body of McDonald. And there's going to be a block underneath by Sterling. McDonald comes away with it. Weaves through traffic. Spins on Davis. Gets to the elbow. Out to Inget for three. Tyson in and out. No good. And we pulled down by Tropnos as he gets it off to Davis, who pushes it back up the court. Now 16:53. Davis on the drive. Finger roll is going to fall off the rim. No good. Johnson will pull it down. He'll push it up the court. Weaving through traffic over to McDonald. Up to Massey. Casual three-pointer. In it goes. Richard Massey. His first bucket of the game. And he is back up to 18. A 10-0 start for the... take that back. A 12-2 start for the Tetons. And the Royals want a full timeout. We'll take one as well. Back in 30 seconds.
WCCU is your local credit union, which means they're a not-for-profit financial institution owned by you. WCCU has been serving Williston for many years and is proud of the difference they have made in the community. They're there when you need them, from home, agriculture, and auto loans to checking and saving accounts. If you sign up for a Casasa checking account with WCCU, you'll get more than just free checking. You choose your checking account and get your choice of rewards like nationwide ATM refunds and a really high interest rate. You can also earn cash back on debit card purchases and earn iTunes, Google Play, and Amazon rewards. So join the herd at WCCU.org.
Mike, we're back here. We're back here for Teton basketball exclusively all season long on the Williston State College YouTube page. Tetons lead by 18 points, 56-38 with 16:38 left to go in the game. Coming out of the full timeout called by the Royals. It was an emphatic timeout by Coach Marshall, trying to get his guys going. Up the court now comes Alvin Payne. He'll hand it off to Davis. Long pass to Ajou. Now to Chambers on the far wing. Chambers waiting up on top. Ajou gets it. He's going to look to drive crossover. Stolen away by Massey. One-on-one foot race with Tropnos. Gets in the body of Tropnos, who gets the block. He'll pull it back down. Chambers pushes it ahead to Davis. Davis weaving on Inget, and he gets a step and lays it up and in. Davis for two. Makes it a 16-point game, 56-40. Johnson up on top to Inget. He'll hand it off to Massey, who weaves his way around. Now to McDonald for a triple. That's good. Josiah for three more. He has 22 in the game. Makes it a 19-point lead for the Tetons. Now 59-40. Under 16 left to play on the American State Bank scoreboard. Three subs set to come in for the Tetons. Two for the Royals. Flip pass underneath, tipped away, and it's going to be Tropnos who keeps it inbounds. Jump hook, and that one will drop in there. Crafty play by Tropnos. Sterling trying to throw it off and save it. Going out of bounds. Now Inget on the drive. He's going to be cut off. Looking to get it on the low post to Sterling. Sterling's been doing a good job as a facilitator. Spin move. He's going to be stripped. Gets it back. Push it in the corner to McDonald. Now McDonald, step back, three-pointer on the way. That'll be up and no good. Long rebound goes out to Davis. Chambers running the court. No, over to Payne. Payne up and that's going to be a goaltend on McDonald. He swatted it after it hit the backboard. Points will go to Payne. And the Tetons now making changes. They bring out of the game Johnson, Inget, and Massey. In comes Yambi as well as Marks and Kendall. Yambi working his way up the court for the Tetons. 15-point game, 59-44. Pass to McDonald. High post to Kendall. Out on the perimeter to Marks. Up on top to Yambi. Back to Marks. Marks for a three. That's good. Great ball movement again for the Tetons. And now the time lead is up to 18. Tetons now going to pick up Payne on top. He's going to drive on Marks. Gets underneath the bucket. Tries to flip it off to Tropnos, who gets it in the paint against Sterling. High angle, no good. It'll be Kendall who pulls it down. Lee trying to swipe it away from him. Back it'll go to McDonald. Up on top to Kendall. He'll hold on now. Sterling high post. Bounce pass to Kendall. Mid-range jumper. That may have been altered by Tropnos. Will get it off. Now pushing it back up the court is going to be Warrington. Swings it into the corner for Lee, who goes for a long corner three. That's up no good. Mackay will pull it down, and back up the court again come the Tetons. Up on top of the perimeter now, Yambi has the ball. He'll pick it up in the corner for McDonald. McDonald goes for a deep triple. That's going to be no good. It'll hit Tropnos on the shoulder and hit out of bounds. And here comes Freedom Leon to give a breather for Rex underneath. Tetons up 18, 62-44 with the ball. 16 on the shot clock. 14-10 left to go in the game. Yambi sent a trigger from his own baseline. Gets it to Marks up on top to McDonald. Looking, holding, now over to Yambi. Thought about a three. In the corner, Mackay again. Got it to go! Mackay now has 8 in the game. He's hit 2 3-pointers in the half. And it's a 21-point Teton lead. Payne up on top. Get it to Warrington. He's going to drive. Has it tipped away from him. Lee cut off in no man's land. Kittle just about with a steal, but it'll go back in the hands of Warrington. High post to Tropnos. Gets a step on Leon, and that'll be a two-handed flush by Tropnos. He has 9 points in the game. It's a 19-point lead. A huge play by the Royals. An emphatic dunk as Tropnos tries to spark his squad. McDonald curling around. High pass. This time Mark's able to reel it in. Up again to McDonald. Out to Yambi. Wide open for Yambi. That one's good. Yambi now with 8 minutes and 22 points in time lead. Back of the court comes Davis. He'll pick up a screen from Lee. A switch. McDonald cuts off the driving Davis on the baseline. Looking for Tropnos underneath. Extra time. Bounce pass in the corner. Here's Payne on the drive. He pushes it up on top to Warrington for a triple. That's off the back of the iron. Tropnos with the offensive rebound. He's going to be stripped out of bounds by Leon. And Olsen will come in the game for Williston State. Will check in for McDonald. Here with 13 minutes left to go on the dot. Tetons currently with their largest lead of the game, 22 points. Warrington sent a trigger from underneath his own basket. Tropnos now out to the near wing. Payne to Lee. Tropnos curling around, and the pass is going to be tipped. Good recovery. Tropnos now working on Leon, who stands up off the glass. And they're going to call a foul on Freedom. That'll be number 2 on Leon. First team foul in the half for Williston State. Now Freedom having a conversation with Coach on how to defend such an agile defender like Tropnos. Who can step out to the perimeter and drive into the bucket. Tropnos now at the stripe for 2. He has 9 points in the game for the Royals. First free throws of the half for Lake Region as well. First one on the way. That one will be off the back of the iron. Hits the front for good measure and is no good. Now 5 for 11 from the line are the Royals. Tropnos will have one more coming. Kendall and Leon into rebound for the Tetons. It's Davis and Payne, 2 very athletic guards for the Royals. Here comes a second of 2 for Tropnos. That one is going to be good. 1 for 2 from the stripe. And the Royals back to 50% from the free throw line. Kendall pushing up the court for the Tetons. Crosses the timeline. 12:45 working on Lee. Driving, and there's going to be a foul called on Ron Lee. A little too handsy on the drive by Demetri Kendall. That'll be the first person on the second team foul on the Royals. Now 12:41 left to go. Yambi set to trigger the ball. Olsen flares out to the perimeter. Nowhere open. Kendall gets it on the baseline. Backing down on Davis. Works himself into the paint. Drop step. Tries to step through. Puts it up. There's going to be a block. But Kendall will get it back out to Yambi. Drives on. Tropnos. Bounce pass to Marks in the corner. Mackay again. That'll be up. Leon comes down with a board. But there's going to be a foul called on Freedom. He'll pick up his 3rd personal. A little bit too physical. Looking to push away a Royal with a forearm going up for the rebound. So Freedom picks up his 3rd. No one else with more than 1 on the court for the Tetons. That's Kendall, who has 1. That'll be Payne crossing over on the near wing. Entry pass underneath the Tropnos, working on Leon. And there's going to be a travel miss by Tropnos, and he is able to get it up and in for 2 more. That's a 19-point game. 5 subs set to come in for the Royals. Yambi works it around the top of the perimeter. Now pulling back out over to Kendall. Kendall bobbles, now gets it to Olsen. He'll put it on the deck over to Yambi. Dangerous pass. Yambi with the drive. He's going to bang into Lee. No call. Olsen back to Kendall in the corner. Mackay again wide open. Got it to go. Mackay Marks now with 11 points in the game. Tetons back up by 22. Warrington pushes it up the court. He's going to drive. And it's going to be a foul called on Mackay. Mackay. That's his first personal, third team foul. As a couple of subs for the Tetons now will come in along with 5 fresh sets of legs on the court for Lake Region State. And Kindle and Gabi will go out for the Tetons. Coming back in is going to be Hobbs and Hare. Inbound play coming from underneath the Royals' own basket. Chambers set to Triggett, looking for someone to pop open. No one there. He'll finally get it out on the perimeter. Here comes a drive by Warhurst. Warhurst gets into the paint, pulls it up, no good. Tipped around by Ajou, that's no good. Tipped away by Leon, over to Marks. Marks back up the court for Williston State. Up on top, he'll get the ball now over to Hare in the corner to Olsen. Works it around the perimeter. Muddingate close to picking up his fourth, and it's going to be offensive foul called on Olsen. They got him for a hook. That'll be number 2 on Will. 14 foul on Williston State. Back up the court. Wellington has the ball up on top to Ajou, working on Leon. Hands it off back to Chambers. Chambers crosses over. Fadeaway jumper from the elbow. That's no good. Olsen with the board. Will working it up the court. He's going to get it up to the top of the perimeter, cross over and slow things down. Now working on Chambers. He'll go with a high angle flip, and Olsen draws the foul. Couple in the area. We'll see whose number pops up on the scoreboard. It's going to be Chambers, who picks up his second. Chance now for Olsen to add 2 more to the lead. Currently sitting 71-49 with 10:56 left to go in the ball game. Will, who has 3 points on a 3 points on a three-pointer, knocks down his first free throw. He's going to be up and good. Now with 4, a chance for 5. Tetons up by 23, 72-49. Olsen at the line for his second of 2. That one is going to be good as well. Olsen perfect from the line. Back of the court. Now will come Muddingate. He'll hand it off. Gets it underneath to Wellington. Wellington up to Chambers. Crosses over on Mark. Loses his footing but keeps his dribble alive. And there's going to be an offensive foul called on Chambers. As he got called for a hook. Something that hasn't been called hardly all season long. We've now seen it in a couple possessions here fairly recently to each other. Mackay now raises up, gets a step on Chambers, steps inside the perimeter, now gets it off to Hobbs. Hobbs drives, loses the handle, back to Mackay. Picks up the ball now to Hare, looking over for Olsen on the wing. Olsen looking to drive, cut off by Wellington. Now holding on, nowhere to go, flips it back to Hobbs. Hobbs now takes off, he spins in the paint, puts it up, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Leon. A little too physical underneath with Ajou knocked into the ground. And that'll be number 4. So here will come Rex Sterling. Maybe a little earlier than Coach Herman had anticipated, but the big man now from Australia in what may be his final game here in Williston. Back in to help lead his team here. Muddingate on the drive. Sharp angle, no good. Be pulled down by Sterling. Given off to Olsen, who puts it back up the court. Will driving. Cobb at the free throw line. Now be Rex with it. Back to Olsen. Olsen took a step in. He had a wide open look for 3. Rex gets it in the paint. Working on Ajou. Rex puts it up. No good. He hits the deck. Here comes a 5-on-4 break for the Royals. Sterling now racing back up the court. Chambers holding on to it in the near corner. Looking to drive on Marks. Chambers is going to be fouled by Marks. That'll be number 2 on Mackay, number 5 on Williston State. Here with 9:48 left to go in the game. Number 2 on Mackay. Now it's Mackay and Olsen, as well as Sterling on the court with 2 each for the Tetons. Inbound play coming for the Royals. Chambers up on top. He'll get it to Warhurst. Warhurst crosses over on Olsen. Tries to spin. Olsen gets his hand on the ball. Warhurst with a flat-footed shot. No good off the front of the rim. Pulled down by Olsen. Closing in on 9.5 left to go. Back comes a couple of Royals set to check in. Sterling gets it up and under and one. And Rex with 2 more. And that is going to be number 3 on Ajou. So now Chambers, Muddingate, and Ajou each on the court with 3. And now there is 4 new Royals players coming out, or 5 new Royals players coming out on the court. I guess 4 because Aju had to come back and stay in. Back in is Warrington, as well as Davis, Payne, and Tropnos. At the line now for one shot is Rex Sterling. Puts his 1 of 1 up. That's going to be no good. Pulled down by Tropnos. He'll get it off to Warrington, who pushes it up the court. Warrington swings it over to Aju, crosses over on Hobbs. Hobbs forces the loose ball to be Sterling, who comes away with it. A steal for the Tetons. They get it back off to Olsen. Pushes it up the court, hits the breaks along the perimeter. Now second effort, he's going to drive, fly up and got it to go. Will Olsen for 2 has 8. Olsen on the steal. Now a baseline drive by Olsen up to Marks, puts it up, no good. Hobbs with the put back, even with his first bucket of the game, and it is all of a sudden a 7-9 and a full timeout has been called on the floor by the Royals. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. Back for more here from Williston in 60 seconds.
Save on Steel Outdoor Power this fall at Acme Tools. Right now, save $50 on the MS250 18-inch gas chainsaw. Built for tough tasks and reliable performance. Plus, save up to $50 on a new steel backpack blower or blower pack. And without waking up to the neighbors. And the expert service technicians at Acme Tools can get your hard-to-start power equipment tuned up and ready for those fall projects. Find your steel this fall at Acme Tools or online at acmetools.com.
Legacy, it begins the moment we move, growing with every step as we journey through life. It lives in the relationships we build along the way, and as we move. At First International Bank and Trust, our legacy is shared at every stage of life. We work with you, making sure legacy for generations to come. First International Bank and Trust, what we do first, and FDIC belongs to you.
Back here from the Well in Williston, Teton basketball on the Williston State College YouTube page. All 5 starters back on the court for the Tetons. Massey, McDonald, Inget, Johnson, and Sterling. Up the court now comes Alvin Payne. Gets a double high screen. He'll drive, cut off by Inget at the elbow. Now backing down on Inget. Inget, good defense, but Payne does a fantastic job going through Inget to get up and in. Not enough for a foul either way. And that'll make it now a 28-point game. Inget will drive, hands it off to Massey. Throws around, gets the elbow now to McDonald. McDonald to the far elbow, working through the paint. Cut off, up on top, it'll go to Johnson. Thought about a catch and shoot, nothing. Back to McDonald from way downtown. That's the man. Josiah with 25 in the game. The Tetons now up 31-52. Warrington back up the court for the Royals. Looking for Payne, curls through the paint, nothing there. Warrington up on top to Davis. Just about a steal by Inget. Now Davis working around. He lost a handle on the ball with no one on him. Now he'll get it up on top to Tropnos, who pulls it down, spins on Sterling. Tough angle, no good. Long pass ahead to Massey. Massey steals it away from Davis, who pushes it back up on top to Inget. He's going to drive. Bounce pass is going to be kicked by Tropnos. Inget tried for a fancy bounce pass to Rex, but that was scattered out by the Royals. It'll be a kick ball, and inbounding it from underneath their own basket will be Tyson Inget and the Tetons. Inget looking, no one open, and there's going to be another kick ball by Tropnos as he just stuck his foot out. Inget looking for another bounce pass underneath to Rex. 7:49 left to go in the second half here on the American State Bank scoreboard. Tyson inbounding to Massey this time, puts it up, and he's going to be fouled by Payne. Payne committed the foul. Tropnos Payne over the top with an emphatic block that'll be wiped off of the stat sheet, with Payne picking up his second personal 16th foul. Both teams now with 16 fouls apiece, and they will be shooting the rest of the way. At the stripe for a pair is Richard Massey. Massey at the line for 2. First one on the way is going to be up and good. 32-point lead once again meets the game-high lead for the Tetons. Chance for Massey to extend that out one more. Massey's second of 2 is going to be good as well. That one will rattle home, makes it 84-51. 7:48 left to go. Crossing the timeline will be Poet Davis with 7:45 left in the game. Waiting for a high screen to come from Tropnos. Popping out is Massey. Good switch by the Tetons. They're able to recover. Now Ojou. And on Johnson. There's going to be an offensive foul called on Ojou. He can read that one from a mile away and planted the hold firm after he got his first big bump from Ojou. That is now the big man's fourth. And he'll be staying in there at least for the time being. Johnson racing up across the timeline. 7.5 left to go. Hands it off to Massey. Wheels his way up on top. Now to McDonald. McDonald for an open three. That's good. McDonald. Another 3-point, 28 for JoJo. Warrington now working against Massey up on the top of the perimeter. Gets it to Payne. Payne bottled up for McDonald. Have to pull back out. Now a screen from Trobnas. Good switch. And that's going to kick into the corner. Davis wide open for a triple. That's no good. Going to be tipped out of bounds. Ojou hit it off of the hand. Ian Johnson had his hand on the ball, and Ojou hit the hand of Ian. So by all right should be Teton ball. And now they'll huddle up in the paint and look to get back on defense. Under 7 minutes left to go. Out of the game is Warrington. Back in is Isaac Warhurst. Davis curls. Warhurst out of the perimeter. Catch and shoot. That's no good. Tipped around. Sterling gets it off to Johnson. 3-on-2 break. McDonald now on the wing. McDonald over to Johnson. In the corner for Ingot. Baseline drive. In the corner now Massey. Three-pointer by Massey. And it'll go out of bounds. It'll hit off McDonald. And he's saying it didn't hit off of me. It hit off of Payne. But I think all parties involved had a little bit of chuckle of that one. Now out of the game is coming Davis for the Royals. Back in is Matt Muddingham. Will push it up the court, hands it off to Ojou. Now back out to Payne, calling for a high screen from Trobnas, waving Ojou away. Trobnas sets the screen, looking for a pick and roll, and it's going to be a bullet pass into the corner for Warhurst for three, and Isaac Warhurst knocks down the first three-pointer in the second half for the Royals. Long inbound pass, goes up to Sterling, has it on the near wing. He'll hand it back off to Ingot, who takes off against Muddingham. Swing pass into the corner. Johnson, pump fake, gets the blow by. Euro step, high angle off the glass. No, Sterling tips it up. That'll be no good. Warhurst will pull it down. He'll push it off to Payne across the timeline, looking underneath for Ojou. See if he backs into Johnson again. Goes for a turnaround jump hook. That's no good. That'll be pulled back down by Williston State. Yambi and Mark set to check in on the next stop. Sterling has the height advantage underneath. He'll get it in the post, and he's going to be hit. Well, that one may be on Payne. And it is going to be on Alvin Payne, picking up his third personal. That'll send Mike Sterling to the stripe. 87-54. As Rex is at the line for two more, he's currently sitting at 15 for the Tetons. Here comes the first for Rex. That will be off the side of the iron, no good. Massey and Ingot checking out of the game for the Tetons. Yambi and Marks coming back in. So Sterling at the line for his second of two. On the way, that one's going to be short, no good. Tipped around, and Sterling's going to get the rebound. He's going to look to drive. He's going to be stripped and be pulled down by Payne, who's off to the races. No advantage on manpower. Gets it out to Warhurst in the corner for three. That one's up, no good. Tipped out by Massey, pulled down by Muddingham, who's going to drive. Finger rolls it up and in at the lip. Two for Muddingham. That's his first bucket of the game. Now 31-point lead. Leon and Kindle set to check in for the Tetons. In the corner, Marks open for three. That's no good. Sterling with the offensive board. He'll dribble it out. Now picks up his dribble. Pass over to Yambi. Yambi gonna drive. Bounced it underneath to Sterling. Cut off by Trobnas. Lose the ball underneath. And he's gonna be fouled by Trobnas. Putting it back up and in. Genuine Trobnas picking up his second personal. And it looks like they're helping out Matt Muddingham. So Sterling, Yambi, Johnson, and Marks all helping Muddingham off the floor. And Sterling will go back to the line for a pair. Here with 5:09 left to go in the second half. Sterling's first is going to be out time. So Kindle will check in for Johnson. And they pulled Hobbs off of the floor. Not checking him in quite yet. Second of two on the way for Sterling. That's going to be up and good, and Rex will get a break with Freedom. Leon coming in. Freedom playing with 4 fouls. Let's see if we can help lock things down defensively on the low end. Up the court, Alvin Payne pushing across the timeline. He stops, crosses over on McDonald. Turn around, fadeaway jumper. That'll be short, no good. Tipped up in the air, tipped down. Tropnos comes down with it. Heel high angle, no good. Put back up by Bayajou. That's no good. Again, Bayajou, no good. Marks will finally pull it down for the Tetons. Works his way up the court. Finds Yambi on the far wing. Pass up on top to Kindle. Wide open for Kindle. That's off, no good. Tropnos will pull it down. He'll wave clear. Push it up the court himself. He's going to run. Gets coast to coast. And that is genuine. Tropnos going coast to coast against the Tetons to make it a 31-point game. Back up the court again in the corner. Mackay has the ball stolen away by Muddier. And back up the court comes Muddier for the Royals. Looking to drive it. Going to spin on Yambi. Gets low. Yambi is going to call the foul on Yambi. Yambi got him on the arm. Yambi picking up his seventh team foul, first personal on Yambi. And Muddier at the line for a pair. Here's his first of two. That'll be off the back of the iron, no good. One more coming for the 6'1" sophomore from Mandan. His second of two is on the way. That one is good. Muddier now with 3 points in the game to 30-point Teton lead, 89-59. Closing in on 4 minutes left to go. Yambi across the timeline. He'll hand it off to Kindle. Muddier trying to face guard McDonald. He has to spin to get free. Now gets it up on top. Yambi calling for a screen from Leon. Yambi will pull the trigger himself. That one's going to be up, no good. Freedom with the board. He'll put it up in the end. Leon gets his first bucket of the game. Teton back up by 32. Now Payne across the timeline. Olsen set to check in. Up on top, Muddier now for a three-pointer. That'll be a straightaway, no good. Rebound by Ajou. He'll turn around, put it up and in. Two more for Ajou. He's up to 6 points. He is now Kobe once again, 91-61. Now it'll be Hobbs set to check in for the Tetons. And Kindle gets it over to McDonald. Takes off, spins at the elbow. Goes for a mid-range floater, up and in for McDonald, who now has 30 in the game. Long pass back up to Ajou. Looking to drive on Kindle. Push it over to Warhurst. Crosses over on Marks. Good defensive recovery by the Tetons. Ajou now one-on-one with Kindle on the outside. Back to Warhurst. Underneath the Tropnos. Freedom. Gonna have a battle here underneath. Tropnos spins middle, cuts back. And that will be up and good. Good defense by Leon. But Tropnos just so skilled in the post. 93-63, under 3 minutes left to go. Yambi up the court, he'll drive to the elbow, continue going, stop on the low post, turn around, put one up, and that'll be no good. It'll be pulled down by Tropnos, who pushes it up to Warhurst. One-on-one with Kindle, Warhurst puts it up, it's going to be tapped back in by Ajou, but it'll be waved off as the ball was sitting on the cylinder. The Marks as well as McDonald checking out. Hobbs and Olsen checking in. Now Carson Hare to the scorer's bench. He'll have to wait for the next stoppage. Yambi gets it up to Hobbs, who gets across the timeline. Hands it off to Olsen. Curls through all the way across the perimeter now to Kindle. Kindle crosses over, step back again on Muddier. Got him in a blender, turns around again, and it'll be a high angle. That'll be just off the mark, no good. And back up the court comes Tropnos, stolen away by Yambi. Tetons get it back long, pass in the corner. Kindle is going to be on the end line and out of bounds. The Tetons turn it back over. Now coming out of the game will be Yambi. Back in is going to be Carson Hare. With 2:13 left to go, Tetons fully in control of this one here, 30-93-63. Payne has it on the perimeter. Looking underneath for Tropnos. Baseline spin against Leon. Turn around, puts it up and in. Genuine Tropnos now with 18 in the game. Carson Hare working his way back up the court. He'll get across the timeline. And he'll be fouled by Alvin Payne, who will pick up his fourth. That'll be free throws coming in now for Carson Hare. Hare 1 for 2 from the stripe so far in the game, accounting for his only point so far. As Hare now at the stripe for his first. On the way and good. Hare now with 2 in the game. And Demetra Kindle checking out, checking in is Ao Owaro getting his first action. Now everyone on the bench for the Tetons has gotten into the game. As it'll now be Hare at the stripe. First one on the way. That one high bounce. It'll tap around. No good. So Hare goes 2 for 4 on the day from the field. Up to court come the Royals. Under 2 minutes left to go. Here comes a drive by Payne. Stripped by Hare. Carson going to come away with it. He's looking ahead. Long pass underneath to Olsen. Tried to tip it up and in, but it'll be pulled back down by the Royals. Warhurst gets it underneath to Ao. Puts it up and in. Going the other way. Ashu gets it up and in. 2 more for him. He has 8 points. As Hare now bring the ball up the court for the Royals. Final 1:20 left to go here from the well in Williston. Hare crosses over on Muddingay. Got stopped over to Ao for 3. Off the front of the iron, no good. Ao is going to pop it up in the air. Olsen saves it from going out of bounds. Gets it to Hobbs. Hobbs with the drive. Finger roll and the dump it in. Eden Hobbs now with 4. 29-point Teton lead. 1 minute left to go. Muddingay now with the drive. Crosses over on Ao. Ao recovers. Stops him on the baseline, now to Warhurst. He looks to drive, he'll peel back out. 50 seconds left to go. There's going to be a tap away by Hobbs, but he didn't get enough on it to push it down court. Instead, it just snuck out of bounds. 16 seconds left to go on the shot clock. 47 left to go in the game. Inbound play goes to Alvin Payne. He approaches the timeline, guarded by Hare. Tropnos now on top of the perimeter. He'll drive on Leon, and there's going to be a foul called. If it's on Hare, it's his first. If it's on Leon, it's his 5th. It'll be on Leon, who picks up his 5th personal. As it'll be Dimitri Kindle coming back into the game for the Tetons following that 5th foul from Freedom. And Genuine Tropnos now at the stripe. 4-2. Tropnos now for his first of 2 on the way. Off the back of the iron, no good. They'll have 1 more coming. Tropnos now with the ball, 39 seconds left to go. The Tetons will get 1 more look at the bucket if they choose to here before this one is done. 2nd of 2 from Tropnos. That one will be good. He now has 19 points in the game. Back up the court now comes Will Olsen and Williston State. He'll cross the timeline. Olsen drives, gets it off to Ao. Ao looking to take off behind his back. He'll pick it up on the high elbow. Back out to Olsen up on top. Now be Olsen. Step back. 3-pointer over Warhurst. And that'll be good. Now with 10 points in the game. It's been a 3-point barrage for the Tetons here in the second half. Final 15 seconds left to go. 99-68. Tetons are going to come away with the win. Payne crosses over. He'll get it out. Warhurst with a 3. That'll be up. No good. Tipped out of bounds by Tropnos. And that'll go back to the Tetons. The final 3.8 left to go. It'll be Eden Hobbs inbounding the ball to Carson Hare. Tetons will come away with a big-time semifinal win against Lake Region State and the Royals, 99-68. And they advance into the Region 13 championship game. And looking at, quick look at the scoreboard here. See if we have a final, and with still 3 minutes left to go, it's a 124-91 game with Dawson up on top. So barring something crazy, it is going to be the Tetons heading down to Glendive on Sunday to take on the Buccaneers. A chance for the Region 13 championship and a trip to the district finals on the line coming up on Sunday for Williston State. We're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we'll have the post-game stats and wrap this one up here from Williston. We'll be back in a few minutes.
At American State Bank and Trust Company, we want you to make your way, whether that's on the go or at home. We make your life easier with online and mobile banking, bill pay, remote deposit, electronic payments, and more. Free, convenient, secure services, all available to you. Banking should happen on your time, wherever you are and whenever you need it. Go beyond with American State Bank and Trust Company. Stop in or visit asbt.com to enjoy a better digital banking experience. Member FDIC.
WCCU is your local credit union. which means they're a not-for-profit financial institution owned by you. WCCU has been serving Williston for many years and is proud of the difference they have made in the community. They are there when you need them, from home, agriculture, and auto loans to checking and saving accounts. If you sign up for a Casasa checking account with WCCU, you'll get more than just free checking. You choose your checking account and get your choice of rewards like nationwide ATM refunds and a really high interest rate. You can also earn cash back on debit card purchases and earn iTunes, Google Play, and Amazon rewards. So join the herd at WCCU.org.
More than 70 years, Expanse Electrical Company has delivered market-leading electrical, power, and automation expertise. Built on a legacy of technology, quality, and craftsmanship. They are confident they have the best team in the industry. Local community serving. Proud member of the Williston community, Expanse Company looks to build a better future for the community, the craftsmen, and their customers. They pride themselves on having one of the most proficient teams and directly employed licensed electricians and automation engineers in the industry. Interested in acquiring that with your career? Visit expanseelectrical.com/careers to learn about their openings in the North Dakota region.
Legacy. It begins the moment we born, growing with every step as we journey through life. It lives in the relationships we build along the way and in those we love. At First International Bank and Trust, our legacy is you. In every stage of life, we walk with you, making sure you get the way you're going and protecting your legacy for generations to come. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Looking for reliable professional services for your business? Look no further than One Core Services. They specialize in optimizing operations, enhancing productivity, and ensuring safety across all facets of your business. Whether you need high-pressure pumps, hydrochloric acid, or bulk chemicals, we've got you covered. One Core Services tailor solutions to fit your unique needs, helping you save time and money. Ready to take your production to the next level? Call us today at 701-774-1105. One Core Services, LLC, your trusted partner for success in the oil and gas industry.
Red Rock Ford is a proud supporter of Williston State College team athletics and our community. At Red Rock, we encourage you to get behind our athletes, schools, and local community. Let's support our friends and neighbors as we work together to make our city a great place to live and raise our families. And when it comes time for your next vehicle purchase, see us at Red Rock Ford, where a portion of every dollar spent goes right back into the community you know and love. That's Red Rock Ford, your hometown Ford store, proudly supporting Teton Athletics.
Save on Steel outdoor power equipment this fall at Acme Tools. Right now, save $50 on the MS250 18-inch gas chainsaw, built for tough tasks and reliable performance. Plus, save up to $50 on a new Steel backpack blower or blower back and leave the raking up to the neighbors. And the expert service technicians at Acme Tools can get your hard-to-start power equipment tuned up and ready for those fall projects. Find your Steel this fall at Acme Tools or online at acmetools.com.
I just texted my Where's the Kato? Kato.
I know my brother-in-law.
Mike Ritter back here from the Well in Williston, finishing up the Tetons' 99-68 win over Lake Region State and the Royals to clinch their berth into the Region 13 championship game coming up on Sunday. And it will likely be against Dawson Community College and the Buccaneers. And in fact, it is. We did get a final from Glendive. Dawson 132, Miles Community College 106. And with the scoring output the Tetons put up today, they look like they're up for the task. Starting off with the scoring for Lake Region State and the Royals. Alvin Payne finished with 20 points in the game, going 9 of 14 from the field and 2 of 4 from the stripe. 19 points from Genuine Tropnas, 10 coming in from Poet Davis, 8 from Akuk Aju. 3 points each in from Remy Davis, Warrington, Isaac Warhurst, and Matt Muddinge, and 2 points in from Bronson Chambers. In the second half, the Royals shot 14 of 38 from the field for 36%, 1 of 11 from beyond the arc for 9%, and 3 of 6 from the stripe for 50%. In the game, they shot 28 of 73 from the floor for 38%, 4 of 24 from deep for 16%, and 8 of 16 from the line for 50%. 35 rebounds in the game for the Royals, 27 defensive, 8 offensive. Led by rebounding is Genuine Tropnas. He finishes with 12, 10 defensive, 2 offensive. As a whole, the Royals got 8 assists, 6 steals, 2 blocks, 15 turnovers, and 18 personal fouls committed. Over for the Tetons, they're led in scoring by Josiah McDonald and his 30 points, 11 of 19 shooting, 4 of 10 from deep, and 4 of 4 from the line. 17 points from Rex Sterling, 11 from Makai Marks, and 10 from Will Olson. 8 points off the bench from Ben Yambi, and 5 each from Richard Massey, Ian Johnson, as well as Demetra Kindle. 4 points from Eden Hobbs, and 2 apiece from Carson Hare, as well as Freedom Leon. In the second half, the Tetons shot 19 of 40 from the floor for 47%, 9 of 19 from beyond the arc for 47%, and 8 of 12 from the charity stripe for 66%. Overall in the game, Williston State hit 34 of 79 shots for 43%, 14 of 39 overall from deep for 35%, and 17 of 23 from the free throw line for 73%. Williston State pulled down 55 rebounds. They were a plus 20 in the rebound margin, grabbing 36 defensive and 19 offensive rebounds. They're led by